We've got to understand that cricket is not a game of perfection. We've got a bowler running up to bowl a ball, many in excess of 130 k's, a wicket that might do something different. There's lots of variables in the game, so we cannot guarantee the results that we want to get. But we can certainly guarantee how we set ourselves up for performance.
I kind of grew up with it with my dad. He wasn't a great player, but he loved the game. We watched Test cricket together, we watched ODIs together. He took me to London once when I was 10, and I could feel the crowd. It was England versus Sri Lanka, I reckon, and it was so good to watch. I really enjoyed it, and that was the moment that I thought of, like, yeah, I want to be in one of these stadiums one day as well. I want to play cricket at the highest level. That's why I love the game. It's just everything around it, what you've been brought up to. It's just amazing for me. It's a different kind of feeling, really different.
It's just been my passion since I was young, and it's always been one of those things that it comes first. Cricket comes first before anything. So I guess that's my life.
For me, it's different to every other game. It's an individual sport played within a team, whereas a lot of other sports are either one or the other. And it's also very different to a lot of the sports in the way that actually it doesn't matter how much you practice, some days it's just not your day. Whereas you put the hours in we put in for other sports, your chances of success are greatly higher, whereas here you might just get a ball with your name on it, or you might get an unlucky decision, or you might just do something that you haven't prepared for. So I think it's that uncertainty of how every game is so different and how its performance is so high level actually that I really enjoy it.
I was still sort of learning in a way when I first came here, just giving cricket a shot at the high level, I suppose. I feel like I'm gaining every day, and then coming back this time, I knew that I can't just learn and learn, I need to actually put it into proper practice, and it is working, and I always speak about those 1%ers, and I think that I'm gaining those 1%ers every day, and that's just going to make me a better cricketer.
If I'm 1% better than the next guy, that just gives me an obvious advantage. Yeah, I think just being able to be more precise and more accurate in whatever it is, fielding, bowling, batting, whatever it is, it will give me a big advantage over the other guys.
For me, it's just a matter of grooving, finding new things to really elevate my performance. A lot of it's actually quite mental for me rather than technical now. As much as I've got technical deficiencies, as I'm sure everybody does, actually the mental aspect for me is far more important in development.
Trainings here are so high intense, so we work on small details, and we have to get those things right, otherwise there's no point to train. So
for me, the details back home in Holland aren't specifically told to you, so I had to experience it first with the coaches to actually know what my flaws were. The thing is, when you change things, you change your strengths as well. For me, I have to keep doing the stuff that I'm doing right here, but also still work on my strength. I learned that the past 2 weeks that if I don't train my strength as well as my weaknesses, then I'm going to be a good player. That's something you can learn, so it's been great for me.
You know, when I'm up against a big tall quick bowling 85 miles an hour, at least I'm going to know what I'm doing, and now I've been there before and I've been able to survive and score against it before. Yeah.
My main focus is my mental ability. I lose my head quite easily, so the academy will definitely help me, as it's helping me already, help me control my emotions while I'm batting. I think it's become a lot easier as I've grown through the camp.
Prior to this academy, I was very bad at dealing with that failure. I'd go away and I'd be angry and I'd block out any chance I had to learn from the point of my failures. But since coming here, work with the coaches has actually allowed me to turn that into a strength. I see failure as an opportunity to learn rather than an opportunity to fail again.
At the end of the day, I think you need failure in order to succeed. So I think we've all learned that, and that's been a big part as well.
Everyone's going to crack at some stage. You're going to have that bad day. So yeah, it's just how to deal with it, and when it comes, it's just, we're here for a reason. We're here to learn cricket. So if you kind of block out and not learn anything, well then what are you here for? So you've just got to keep that in the back of your head that you will fail. And like Neil Manthorpe said the other day, I mean, cricket, you're destined to fail. So you've got to learn how to deal with that failure.
Yeah, for us in Holland, it's quite difficult to practice all the times. We got one really good indoor facilities in Rotterdam, but it's not around the corner of my house, so and you have to rent it as well. So yeah, training-wise, it's not the best. Obviously, it's not like here in South Africa where you can train almost every day of the week because of the facilities and the weather, of course. At the moment, it's snowing in Holland, so you can't really go out in the nets.
Stuff that I've learned mentally and the technical sort of advances I've made in my game will be a huge point that separates me, or I hope so. There are people who have had other experiences playing under 19 international cricket and stuff who will be ahead of me by miles, which is just something I can accept, but the stuff that I've learned here in the way that I've learned it will allow me to develop and continue to develop that as I go forward, and hopefully with the people who are looking to improve I can share what I've learned with them.
Every bit of information we receive on the academy every day helps us to become better, and I think if you're like people who aren't at this academy obviously aren't getting that.
I've loved my time here. I mean, I came here kind of expecting to hit a lot of cricket balls and hopefully become a better player in the long-term kind of process, but then it's kind of exceeded my expectations in the fact that you do so much extra, as well as kind of just hitting balls and stuff. There's mental stuff, we've got psychologists, and then there's gym, and so we're getting fitter and stronger.
So whether it's the yo-yo test, the fitness, the fielding, taking that high catch, or whether it's your head position or feet or anything, I think this academy definitely triggers those 1% and really corrects those, which just takes your game from maybe a 7 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10, which is a big difference in at the end of the day.
I knew one of the guys coming out here, but the other 7 I'd never met before, and so to meet them, and I feel we all get along really well.
We're all here for the same thing. We love cricket, so playing cricket 24/7, watching cricket 24/7, it's cricket non-stop, so it's interesting.
There isn't a single person that anyone doesn't like. Everybody's so easygoing and so friendly that, to be honest, it's almost hard not to get on. So
I've definitely made lifelong friends. Yeah, it's the same as going to school for your first day. Obviously it's quite scary being in a different environment, different people, but nice guys. They love the game as much as me. You can talk about cricket any day of the week if you like. You can talk about other stuff as well. I've experienced quite a nice group, a bunch of different kind of people. It's so much fun to hang around with, and it's been a great experience.